Welcome on into today's Monday Night Football play for November 27th, 2017. In today's contest, we have the Houston Texans going on the road to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Baltimore right now sitting as about a touchdown to just over a touchdown, 7 to 7.5 point favorites here behind that home crowd advantage. Houston, of course, still without their rising rookie Deshaun Watson. Really unfortunate what happened to their rookie standout, but Houston and Baltimore still two teams in the AFC playoff picture right now. It's a pretty mediocre situation in the AFC this year outside of the top couple teams in their conference, and as a result, there's just a lot of mediocre teams here in the AFC that are going to have a chance to potentially make a run down the stretch and get into the postseason. But Houston at 4-6 overall, Baltimore at 5-5, both staying right in that picture there out in the AFC. But the Baltimore Ravens, they looked pretty impressive in their last outing. They went on to beat the Packers by a final of 23-0 on the road. This was a good bounce-back result for the Ravens, who were coming off of just a 3-point loss in their prior outing against the Texans. Baltimore, they've been very up and down so far this year. Haven't really gotten a good read on this team. They've been building off of their defense as this group. They rank third in the NFL in total team defense, giving up about 17 points per game in comparison to their offense, which is more about league average, ranking 17th in the league in scoring average. Given the strength of their defense, we feel like the Ravens have a pretty good shot at making a run down the stretch here in the AFC to get one of those potential playoff spots. They have a plus-minus right now of over 4 points, so they are even better or performing better than their 5-5 record might otherwise indicate. Here, they're going to be trying to fend off a Houston team that's not at full strength, but a dangerous team nonetheless, even without Watson in there. This is a Houston squad that can put up at least some offensive numbers. They did that in their last outing, getting past the Arizona Cardinals by a final of 31-21. This kind of stopped the bleeding a bit there for the Texans, who had lost their prior 3 contests in a row, coming against the Rams on the road, the Colts at home, and the Seahawks on the road. The Texans, they do things a bit differently than what we've seen out of Baltimore. They're a much more offensive-oriented group that's had a tougher time defensively. They rank 31st in the NFL in total team defense, in comparison to their offense, which ranks 6th in the league in scoring average. They're not quite as good as that number, however, without Deshaun Watson in there, but nonetheless, still an offensive unit that's capable of being a little bit better than league average. So for today's pick, we're going to be talking about the over-under, which currently sits at about 38.5 points. This is a pretty low number, and I feel like Houston's defense, given some of the shortcomings that we've seen out of them this year, it's not going to be completely out of the question for this Baltimore offense to kind of have a bit better than their average performance here today and probably score a bit more than about the 21 or so points that they typically average per game. I wouldn't be surprised if Baltimore pushed even 30 points. And then you have Houston, who's been one of the top scoring teams in the NFL this year. They average about 26.5 points per game. And if you just take the 2 scoring averages of both these teams, you get about 47 to 48 points, which is significantly higher than the 38.5 points currently set for this over-under. So for today's video, we're going to go ahead and take the over here as the better betting value in this particular matchup here on Monday Night Football. If you guys are interested in getting all of our NFL plays, you can access those over at stumpthespread.com. Be sure to click that subscribe button on our YouTube channel. Thanks for stopping on in. We hope to see you guys in future videos. Bye.